I'm 0-1 against Hikaru. At least 0-1. I lost to Jorg quite a few times. Not sure I've faced Bortnik or not. Almost 600 players in already. Okay. And we're off. 3-0, so we need to play fast. They could have played knight takes knight there. That would have been bad for us. The position still doesn't look ideal, does it? And we'll advance the h-pawn. Their king's still in the center. Yeah, and our king's looking not super happy right now. Do we move our king? Probably need to get rid of their dark squared bishop. Try and minimize the checkmates. And then we'll guard the a pawn, bring our bishop back. Our queen can come up to guard the diagonal. Not completely terrible here. A lot of people have already won their first game. Thread an f7. Okay, interesting. Capture, capture. Yeah, I probably need to save the bishop. Offer the queen trade. Down by 20 seconds. Last week, we really struggled to stay up on the clock. That should be the main goal today. Playing okay moves as quickly as we can. Open up the h-file. We are also threading the d6 pawn. Objectively, it feels like a pretty good position right now. Let's guard b2 and look to double. Now we're up on time, putting the pressure on our opponent, moving in the right direction. Threatening checkmate. Okay. Let's take it. Can't take it the second time, though. But we can open up their king further. If we take it the second time, they bring their rook down with checkmate. Would like to get in here on e6. Can't do that yet. Okay, now we can take on g6, though. That seems powerful. Try and bring this rook into the game. Throw in some more checks. What can my bishop do along with my queen? I could have forced a queen trade there, but I was worried about stopping the h-pawn. Now I can stop it here. Go pawns go. It's a draw. Ran out of time. Oh, that was a close game. Very close first game. Okay. Moving on to game number 2. We get 1 point for that. It's not a terrible start. Some people already have 5 points, but we won't worry about them. Mega Chess SD is our next opponent. We've got a London system. Haven't played against one of these for quite a while. And now they move the c-pawn. I'm pretty happy to take that knight, I think. Alright, I'll take with the pawn so I can play c5. Now we're trying to win the pawn. And we're staying pretty good on the time also. Guess we can push. They can save the pawn by pushing. They're pushing it all the way down. So let's try to open up some other diagonals, create some counterplay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Try and win that pawn. Nope, not yet. Get this knight involved. We can also block the file. Gives up another exchange. Wow. Let's try and bring my king closer. Hey, Jeremy, how are you? Maybe I push this pawn also. Time's a little bit of an issue. Just push this pawn more. Threaten the queen. Oh, that's actually pretty hard to stop. And my rook sitting on a8 this whole time has indeed stopped the a-pawn. Yeah, he's got to bring that bishop all the way back. Now I can finally win this pawn. I'll go bishop to c6 next. Not yet. Got to still be careful. Throwing this check to defend our pawn. And now we get the rook. Okay, there we go. Got our first win of the day. Let's continue with playing the Sicilian, since that is our plan for this weekend in our first over-the-board event in more than a year. I should be able to defend this pawn pretty easily in this position. Wow. Do I play d5? I can take the e-pawn also right now. Let's capture here. He might take with the knight and defend the pawn, yeah. But I'm okay with that. Try and use the b4 square. You're getting excited to play again? Nice. Yeah, I played in person for the first time in quite a while last weekend. And it felt good to play with real people again. Do I have to worry about d6? I don't think so. This knight on b4 looks pretty annoying. He's got to watch out for the knight jumping into c2 in some moments. I can again go ahead and take on e4. You haven't played since the match against the Newcastle club? Yeah, that's been quite a while. Okay, we got the pawn. We'll retreat. That's been like 6 years or something. Ah, that was his idea. All right, we're losing the e6 pawn. No saving it. Now let's just try and minimize the rest of the material we can lose. Little surprised at that. He wants the queen trade. All right, we'll let him have it. Yeah, now he's got the exchange. Well played tactical sequence by him. Attack the rook, make it retreat. He can't play his rook into the 7th rank at this moment. And I don't really want to take this bishop. We don't have a lot of choices here. Now he can play over here. Okay, we've got a knight, we've got a chance. Not a big chance, but a chance. Push our pass pawn. We're down to 27 seconds. Fine, we'll retreat if you insist. Well played by my opponent. Well done. Okay, on to the next game. No win streak, but we are up to 3 points. Roaring Lion 23 is up next. Oh, Jorg Meyer's in first place right now. I think we can just play bishop b4 if they play b3 so early. Deciding what to capture back with. They took back with the queen, okay. Let's try and get e5 in. Yeah, they immediately say no to that idea. Maybe I could have played e5 first. Not sure, so sure though. And play c5. I'm going to try and break up this center pawn structure he has going. He can give me an isolated pawn if he wants. Doesn't though. I'm still looking for a way to get this bishop in the game. So back to f6. This bishop now has the diagonal to use. Gotta watch out for my queen now. Jump my knight in. That looks dangerous. He doesn't have a dark squared bishop, so let's put our queen here. And then try and get a rook to the c file. Yeah, I'm not sure how helpful f5 was for him. I'm not upset to see that move. Want to exchange, and if they take with the rook, then play f6 as a possibility. Might not work. They might have queen to a2 at the end. Okay, but they were worried about it. So now we get to defend the pawn. Yeah, I think I couldn't play f6 because of queen a2 check. But now my king side's looking a little bit precarious. Just a little bit. Let's get rid of this knight. Time's pretty close. It's going to become a bullet game in a second here. Open up my rook. Now they can take this pawn. Okay, they don't. They're on my other rook, though. That's good to notice. Attack the f-pawn. Rook takes f6. We're surviving, both at 30 seconds. He's taking his time on this move. This might give me the time advantage I need. Ooh, that wasn't ideal. I can't take there. No, we're too slow. Ran out of time. Thought we had him whenever he was taking his time with 30 seconds left, but not enough safe bishop moves for us. I couldn't really pre-move because anytime he sacrifices the rook for the bishop, I've got to be ready for that. Right, let's get back on track with a gambit. They're declining. No fun. Okay. So this is all mainline stuff here. Castle, they'll capture on c3. And they go king side. I think we go bishop to e3. Then we can hit that queen right away. Queen to c2 is an idea. Lining up with their knight. And then if their bishop backs up, there should be some discoveries against their queen. And now they're slowing down. First game with a time edge. I actually don't love this move. This diagonal feels more dangerous now. But it was a quick move, and that's important in Blitz. Okay, well, I guess we'll take this. If you're offering. On the queen and knight. Now we're up a piece. And they resign. Okay. Yeah, we were just up a piece at the end of that exchange. Okay. keep it going with the Sicilians. You think knight takes g5 was better? It may have been. Wouldn't surprise me. That's a fork. Can we get another quick win? Are they going to play it? It is an arena. So more games are better. Which means people resign pretty quickly. Trying to force the queens off here, but they're not letting me. If they take this pawn, though, I'm going to hit the queen again. And now it's going to be hard for them to castle kingside either. Okay, is there a way to trap the queen? Feels pretty close right now. Let's attack the queen again. Attack it one more time. This way we're defending the A-pawn. I guess we'll just take this pawn. Couldn't find a way to trap the queen yet. If you saw a queen trap, well done. Couldn't quite find it, but it feels like there was one there. Thinking F3. Whoop. We needed that guy. Uh-oh. All right, still a good position, even though we squandered it a bit. We were on the rook. Yeah, everything's falling apart now. Everything's falling apart. That bishop on e7 was very important. Yep. Well, I guess it was worth him playing on because we blundered everything back. Okay, on to the next one. I don't remember how many points I scored last week. We'll see if we can get at least 30 points. We're at 5 right now, so a ways to go. Doesn't want to take my knight. Trying to give him my knight and my pawn, but he's not interested. I'm going to take back and I'll be on his knight. Go F3. And let's see what this bishop can do. We'll start by pinning him. Yeah, his 2 pawns look pretty powerful. So I've got to try and get my E pawn to be a passed pawn. Try and bring my king a bit closer. Up to G4. Make him think a bit. Hey, Opsai, it's going pretty well so far. Had some fun games. Not leading the tournament, but that was never the goal. All right, what piece set would you like? Nia Wood and ICC. All right, we can do that for the next game. Yeah, top 500. We are in the top 500. Ah, darn it. Have one last trick to try. Didn't quite work though. And I don't have any mate threats. Like if I could have my king here and play rook here, maybe we get some kind of checkmate, but doesn't quite work. Almost. That was an interesting rook endgame. You tried classical chess the other day and hung a rook before move 20. How fast were you moving? Nia Wood and ICC. Okay, on to the next game. Best Man 314 is our next opponent. I like this set. This Nia Wood. That's a nice set. Did it change to ICC? It did not. There we go. That was strange. Alright, we'll just guard E4. Develop normal, nothing fancy. Early F6 by our opponent. It was 30 plus 0, but you had 25 to 27 minutes when the game was over. I know what that's like. I tend to play quite fast also. Last night I had a 10 plus 30 match. And I think I ended the game with more time than I started. I think I ended the game with like 13 or 15 minutes or something. Boy, I am tempted to sacrifice here. Actually, I think bishop looks even better. And with his king sitting in the center, it feels like there's got to be something. from what I remember, you weren't that fast of a player in classical chess. You'd play some moves fast, but then you would be really good about slowing down at other moments to think. Okay, what about bringing this rook in? Okay, let's double up. Yeah, you were always moved much slower than I did in classical. Okay, we'll switch from the E file to the A file. That looks convincing. This looks like it's actually worth capturing, even though we're trading a little bit. Their king is the one in a bit of trouble. Now we've got the knight pinned. So I want to play rook to a7. And we're close to a checkmate here. We are close. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, he's on my knight also. Got to be careful. Next opening, a Roy Lopez. All right, I can try it. No promises on the quality of the game, though. All right, let's stop checkmate. And maybe swing this knight back. Ooh. Can we get my queen up here? This is looking good. This is looking like checkmate. King back. Rook to a8 and the second rook to a7. The bishop is not helping to defend because it's pinned, and the king cannot run out this way because of the queen. Yeah, the two games, I remember the two games that we played over the board, I was up a significant amount after the opening, time-wise. And then I gave some of it back in the middle games. But that was always my problem, moving too fast in those first 15 moves. Well, I hope you can play some over-the-board chess once things return to normal. Can't play a Roy Lopez from the black side. Maybe we can meet up at a tournament at some point. Yeah, I'm just going to play normal here. I was thinking about doing something crazy, but not worth it. Wow, an early a3. This person seems to know their theory. They're going to try and play c4 here. They are not. I thought I could hit this queen. Guard the rook. queen retreats. Okay, I'm still a little bit worried about c4. But not a lot I can do about it at this point. So we're going to just go forward. And try and get castled. Weak dark squares on the king side. But our bishop has some prospects. Our knight can go to f5. There's the c4 move we expected. We're going to swing all the way back to d8 here. And we're actually pretty happy to retake on d5 with either piece. Yeah, so he doesn't even capture on d5. Probably a good decision. This person has 7 points so far. What's our plan? We don't have a great position. Feels like they're outplaying us so far. Maybe we double on the B file. Trying to catch up on time. Okay, we did catch up on time. See if we can turn it into a time advantage. Rook F2. Okay. Double on the B file. I'm looking for rook to B2. And they stop that idea. Maybe we'll try and trade off light square bishops, because I don't like the fact that he can sacrifice on g6 at some moment. Let's capture once. Let's hit the queen. Well, I was down on time at one point in the game, to be fair. But yes, I didn't need to catch up on time at that point. Let's just try and run him out of time now. Okay, he guards his knight. No fork, unfortunately. Get my queen involved. Wouldn't be surprised if he throws in this discovery. Yep. Trying to avoid checkmate for the next 20 seconds. Still avoiding checkmate. Absolutely ridiculous. Don't see how we stop checkmate here. I should add some kind of background for the chess.com one. I've got a couple backgrounds, actually. But I didn't particularly like any of them. But I had this one. Not that. This one. This one. But I kind of decided I like the black for the moment. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. I wonder how long I was just getting checkmated. What? Is that because I pressed on checkmate? I want to see this game. Did I ever stand a chance at the end? Never stood a chance. Played that very well. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't find one that I felt fit. Yeah, so if you got any ideas for it, let me know. Early bishop g5. And a fianchetto on the king side. I have not seen this before. 35% accuracy. Yeah. I saw some GM post that he had a game with like 4% accuracy or something. I want to play b5. But I didn't want to let him have discoveries on my rook. Do we take this knight? Looks like a lot of weak pawns. Let's do it. Ooh. Okay, now we're up a pawn, so let's see if we can trade the queens off. That's not trading the queens off. That's a free queen. We missed that. All right, we got to get a new streak going here. We've lost a few in a row. We'll attack this knight. We'll capture on d7 with check. And then we'll retake this knight. I had a good position until I blundered my queen there. Blundering the queen usually ruins the position. So they've got the bishop pair against us here. We're going to have to jump these knights around. I wanted to put a knight on d4. Okay. Try and prevent him from playing b4. I don't want the files to open up. I want this position to remain mostly closed. Botez Gambit variation, that's right. I will free my back rank. Neither of us are doing much right now. All right, back here. I'm down 30 seconds, so they're probably going to play on. I need to find a way to catch up on time. I can't get my other knight to attack, though. Are we just going to go back and forth? Okay. I was down time, so... Hey, Scott. Yeah, that was kind of a boring game. I think they had the better position, and they were up on time. So if they're going to repeat, then not much we're going to do to stop them. I can't play the Roy Lopez if they play the French and the Sicilian. But I've got to remember, next time it's an E5 game. Early B5, okay. Yeah, they're looking to go after that E-pawn. We'll defend it and play King H1. Our dark squares are a bit weak. Yeah, let's reinforce this bishop. Oh, and I've got an idea here. Got an idea. Okay, he avoids it. My idea was knight captures pawn, pawn captures, and we go ahead and win material, win the queen. But he stopped it, so the game goes on. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, queen moves. Let's try it. Looks interesting. D6 is a bit weak also. Okay, we've got a couple pawns for it now. They want the exchange also. Yeah, we tried too hard to win that queen, it looks like. All right, now we got to try and win on the king side. Did I have B5 there? Do you mean B4? I'm not sure at what moment I could play B5. Instead of moving the knight back. I'll have to look at it. I didn't think I did, but maybe it was possible. Let's go here and here. The rooks are lining up against us. Now there, he should have just captured for checkmate. Ah, we got a pawn. Unfortunately, just a pawn. Yep, not surviving that. Okay. Which move are you talking about? When I move the knight back. Are you talking about the move b4? Yeah, okay, you are. If I play b4, queen d8. Which is probably also fine. So yeah, I think I can play pawn b4. But I don't think I win any material from it. You're not sure exactly how to follow up, but this might have been better than what happened in the game. Oh, it's not going to let me go back. Oh, well. All right, on to the next one. Still waiting for him to castle. He's going to wait on it too. But his king can't really stay in the center. So let's see what he wants to do about it. I want to play g5. Now, I've only had one e4, e5 game so far in the tournament, and we're already an hour in. So, at that pace, I should get one more e4, e5 game by the end. Okay, he moves his rook to safety. Makes sense. I think I still want to play g5. Okay, I didn't expect him to do that. Let's go to the F file maybe and push for F5. Got to be careful. E4 is a bit weak now. E4 is a bit weak. How do I get on F7? Not sure. We'll try and get rid of his knight first before making any other decisions. because most importantly, we need to actually play fast. Something that so far we aren't doing a great job of. Recaptures, I'm going to play g6, open up the king. Not sure what his queen's doing on b6. Let's bring that king out. I haven't used the Lead Chess practice feature, but I think every chess site has something pretty similar. Okay, I guess we'll throw in this check. Looks annoying. Ooh, sacrificing the exchange. Now I might be able to get my queen in closer. Maybe. We'll go back and pin again. Use the G file. Just trying to get rid of another defender. I've got to be careful of b2 since the rook is lined up there. Time is even. So whichever king is getting checked and attacked more is the one in trouble. Yeah, I thought he might even sacrifice his knight there. Our king's going for a little bit of a run. We might be giving back a little material. Got to get our king safe. How do we do that? Uh-oh. That wasn't it. Okay, we got him on time. That was messy, but we were able to pre-move ourselves to victory. And we're back over 1800, and the next game started immediately. That was quick. This is it. We're turning around things here. Maybe a6. Do I want to stop the knight from getting in there? Maybe. Might be a reasonable idea. And castle on king side next. We don't have a bishop for this diagonal, unfortunately. We can't put a knight on c4. Target the b2 pawn. All right, thanks for stopping by, Opsai. Bring our other rook over too. And now they're thinking a bit. Yeah, this is the type of position I've often gotten as white, and it's just uncomfortable. Not sure what to do about the c-file. Go after the b-pawn right away. Interesting. Okay. Didn't consider that move. That does defend the knight a bit better. But the queen's tied to the bishop. I need to improve my f6 knight. Wow, the king is coming up. I don't think this check does anything. That does not improve the knight. That loses the knight. Okay, we'll come back. Try and keep the pressure on the clock. Maybe we play bishop f6. Okay, he was ready for that move. He was ready. Down to a minute. I need to free my back rank. To avoid checkmate and see if we can pressure his king a little bit. He's down to 45 seconds. My bishop's the only one on the board, so I would say it's worth more than 3 points. Down under 30 seconds now. Okay. Pressure the b pawn. Don't think I actually want to take it, but he's got to spend some time deciding what to do about it. Well, I'll take it now. Yeah, we better defend. Ten seconds left. He's just going to run out of time. And we tricked him, so that helps. Okay, got him on time. Let's go. That puts our streak at 2. So the big streak. Okay, we've already played this person once. They played F4. Okay, interesting. I like to play an early bishop G4 against these F4 systems. They're not letting me use the E4 square. We'll take once. And we want to not get checkmated. They're going to go for some kind of kingside attack here. They've got a fork here, but it gives up their knight. And their knight's pretty key to their attack. My king will be pretty safe on E7, I believe. My bishop could be a bit more active. Wait, did they just trap their queen? I can take on H2 whenever I want also. Do we want to repeat, or are we going to keep playing here? Let's keep playing. Well, we can take that pawn. Time's still pretty even. Not sure this paid off. Avoiding the perpetual. They might be able to even just take on F6 here. As crazy as that looks. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Oh, but then they queen trade. That's really surprising. Okay. Well, now my king is perfectly safe. No, I want to keep the rooks on. I think my position's better here. Okay, maybe now it's not better. That may have been a mistake. And now I'm down on time. Yeah, I guess I needed to take that draw. That's unfortunate. Yeah, nothing I could do. No, I bet I was still better after taking the perpetual, but maybe I need to trade rooks. And then try and walk my king up. Okay, WIM, first titled player of the tournament. Let's see what they have in store. If I go to D7, I'm not defending E6 anymore, which can be problematic. Okay, let's play H6. Wow. I think I want to leave my king in the center, at least for now. Maybe knight to B4. Say, what are you doing with that bishop? We also have a couple attackers on E4, maybe some discoveries. We can even move our knight back and push our pawn. They're going after G7. Knight H5. They move their queen. I take. Nothing special there. I'm going to go after E4. If they take on G7, I play Rook G8. Now they still need to move that knight. They do. Okay, let's go with the A-pawn. Let's keep going. They take bishop, I take knight. Trying to open up more towards their king. The knight goes back and captures. That I didn't expect. All right, we'll take here. And then throw in bishop G5 check. That looks pretty annoying. I want to take this knight. Take this knight, queen to C1 checkmate. That's my idea. We're both down to about a minute. Still taking the knight might be good. Bring the second rook over to the C file or the B file. This feels like a good position for us. We just don't have much time to convert on it. I don't think taking on B3 was great. Oh, we just got them on time. Yeah, they could repeat for a draw, but we got them on time. We flagged them. That was a good game. Very close, and I think we missed something with the attack on the queen side. So, on to the next one. "36 minutes left in the tournament. 469th place, so we've been sticking around about the same spot. Throw on a check here. They've got an isolated d-pawn now, which we should be able to win whenever we want, basically. We'll take it there. Then we'll take it here. Okay. Fair enough. So not quite. We weren't able to quite get the pawn we thought we had. Need to be a little bit careful of f2. Like bishop takes f2 right now. I'd have to take with the king or move my king. Taking with the rook, they would get my rook on a1, which maybe that would be the best way to go. Okay, we grabbed another pawn. See if we end up giving this one back. They've got some pressure on the king side, but I don't see it yet. Don't see how it's going to work out. They can't play bishop to c7 yet, because that would be a pretty strong move. All right, now I'd be happy for a queen trade. Defend the knight. Also, we're going to need to defend the queen. My light squares are a bit weak. And I still have to worry about this rook on a1. This is very tricky what my opponent has done so far. Very tricky. Need to get some trades in. All right, let's make that. Trade to start. Block the file. Still looking for the queen trade. And I got to be careful the queen doesn't end up on this light square diagonal, because that would be tough for me to defend. On the bishop also. Also on f7, so queen takes c2 is impossible due to that move. Take the bishop. All right, now I'm not as worried about getting checkmated. I should be worried about my clock, though. That's the real problem here. Trying to get something going here. We're on g7. Oh, he got us on time. And we were winning there at the end because we could trade rooks. Very close. That was tough. Okay. 30 minutes left. Let's keep going. Fun game so far. Still have time for one more streak. Some trades going on here. On the queen. Lots of trades going on. Queen f6 next. That way we can recapture with the rook. All right, now we have the e file. This is going to be a tough position for white to defend, I think. Maybe not. I didn't see that move. Capture, 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 capture. He's up a knight. Yeah, that was a good move. We'll play a few more. Try and be annoying. Try and get him on time, maybe. Okay. Doesn't help that my opponent's also just playing well. That certainly makes things more challenging. Painful. They won our queen, and that was it. Server Busy is our next opponent. Oh, this was an E4, E5 game. So I was supposed to play the Roy Lopez, but we won't worry about that for the moment. Ooh. Haven't seen that move before. Now that knight's pinned. Yeah, my king's pretty stuck here. Wonder what I did wrong. A little careless with all those captures, perhaps. I can't go this way either. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. At least I don't have anything on light squares for them to capture. I can't move anything. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any moves. Everything was pinned. We'll have to look back at that one. Figure out whether I was not supposed to take on G7 or not. Okay, we faced this player once before. Let's capture and play C5 again. A second C5. I guess I could have taken this pawn. It looked risky, but maybe it was fine. We don't want that knight to stay there. Still not sure I believe it. Okay, we'll hit that queen. A sacrifice on h6 doesn't look scary. Not sure where my queen's going. Just moving it in, trying to look a little threatening. Try to stay close on the clock. Go after this B pawn here. Trade. I like how the rest of my pieces are positioned. And now knight captures is a possibility. It will take this pawn for now. Maybe rook to a2. Rook to a2 anyway. I'm trying to get this rook to leave the back rank so I can capture on f1. So if the knight moves, well, the knight's kind of stuck also. Okay, this is a tough position for white now, which means we should be able to get a nice advantage on the clock. Yeah, that's not super pleasant. I guess we'll take it. He let the checkmate happen. Okay. Onward. Up to 475th place. Against the Desert Fox. An exchange Slav, so nothing exciting happening here. Well, we can play c5 now. This doesn't seem good for white. Maybe I'm wrong, but... yeah, taking that with check. This all seems quite nice for black. We're now up a pawn. They play bishop f4. I can probably just play e5. Let's try and trade rooks. I'd like to use the d file. The pawn's defending the knight. He's trying to trap my queen. Okay, fair enough. I don't want to get my rook and queen stuck on the same file again, like we had in that other game. But now my position is not quite as fun as it was. Still could be some fun, but not as fun. We've got some weak dark squares around their king. Yeah, there's a nice check for us. I capture, queen captures. Let's go check here. I can take the rook first. This. Now the rook's stuck on the back rank too. Because they got to watch out for the g1 checkmate. And the queen retreats. Makes sense. We'll offer a rook trade. And that's game. Okay. Next move was checkmate. Now we're on a streak. Let's see what we can do. I don't think I've had a streak of 3 wins yet today. A few streaks of 2 games, but... Wow, b6. I think I'm winning a piece here. If they defend the bishop, I think I can trap the bishop with c3. Okay, they just choose not to defend it. I guess they can go to d6. That looks very risky. But maybe it's okay. I'm going to try and kick this knight, take on e5, and play knight e7. That's our new plan. Undefend the e7 square. Okay, so he gets out of that. Fine. All right, maybe I'll just try and double on the d file and then move my knight and try and win the bishop. He goes for the pawn. Okay. Oh, my bishop's also hit. Play a little defense here. Lost the e-pawn. That might be important. Hit the queen. I could also take this right away. Hit the rook on the bishop. On the rook, on the rook. They can't take the knight, or I'm actually on this rook with check. Not worried about checkmate here at the moment. Bishop c2 is the threat. If they move the queen, we play bishop c2 anyway. Going on a little bit of a run here at the end. Threaten checkmate again. Okay, good game to my opponent. Let's try to make it 4 in a row. Ten minutes left. I was trying to win this bishop. I don't know if it's really worth it, though. But we're committed now. Now we're going to try and win that bishop whether we want it or not. Oh, he mouse slipped. He meant to take that. Now we're just up a piece. Still not super easy, though. We have given away our dark squared bishop, so our king's not going to be quite as safe. But my knight should be able to help defend with both of them over there on the king side. I want to open up this diagonal for my queen to help. And maybe queen to d6 next. That wasn't a great move. They can exchange queens and take my knight. I'm still up the exchange, though. Still pressuring the c3 pawn. Maybe I play rook to c4 and I don't even take it, just to keep it stuck there. And I can wait. Force him to worry about the pawn for a few more moves. And that might give me a nice time edge. Now if the pawn pushes, I can capture it. Because right now it's pinned along the d file. So I need to be a little worrisome of that. Let's push. If the pawn takes, I'll capture on c2. I guess I can just take it. Well, we will next. Gotta keep my pieces on light squares. Okay, got him on time, and we're winning the position, which gives us a streak of 4 in a row. Let's keep going. Road to GM 3000. Okay. I'll play all 4 of the knights out. Nothing exciting here. To E2. We'll attack their knight again. Try and break in the center. win this pawn. We're on the rook also. He's got to watch his back rank. Take the knight. I can move my knight. Not really. And move my bishop. I can defend. Guess we'll defend. And I thought I could just take here. But yeah, this actually is not going to be good for me. Because I'm down the rook, I'm not down a piece for the couple pawns. He escaped. Alright, end of our streak. We had a good position, not sure exactly where it went wrong. Maybe the check on the back rank wasn't any good. Because our rook ended up getting hit by the bishop. Okay, 1 minute left. This will be our final game. Threaten checkmate myself. Wait, I think are we checkmating? We are checkmating. He can wait 15 seconds if he wants, but next move is indeed mate. So I guess if he cares about those rating points. That's it. Game aborted with mate in 1. Whew.